He's licking my points. Gengar, I need those. Won't be like this next time, though. We'll never see Amy again, just like the Pokemon television show. Hey guys, it's Adam aka Swimming Bird, and welcome to Pokken Tournament. Today we're starting C rank in the Ferrum League, but if you missed any parts so far, like last episode when we battled the D rank champion and faced off with Shadow Mewtwo, there's a playlist at the top of the description. So who's that popular Pokemon you guys chose for this episode? Well, it's Gengar, the OG ghost type with the ghastly grin. If you've got a Pokemon you'd like to see next, please let me know in the comments. As you can see, we are no longer a silly Santa Claus. We've grown up a bit now that we're going into C rank. We've got a goofy chef's hat instead. My little trainer has a part-time job now, getting that extra Poke Gold. Alright, so we also have new support sets, a new cheer ability, and Nia is sporting her sporty outfit, so she's looking fresh as well. Let's head into the Blue League. We're no newbie anymore. We're gonna have some tougher opponents, so hopefully my Gengar can match them in battle. Alright, first up, we're going up against a Suicune Flare. And because we used Suicune a few episodes ago, I should have an idea of what to expect. We gotta be careful about those long-distance attacks. So here's our new support sets. We also have Umbreon and Espeon that I'll get to a little later. I'm gonna start with Cubone and Diglett. I think they're really good for linking into other moves and kind of getting your opponent right in your face or started in a combo. So Gengar has a lot in common with Chandelure, the other dual-type ghost Pokemon in this game. They both have only 510 HP, the lowest of any Pokemon, and they're both a bit about adding those status effects to your opponents to kind of weaken them. I love that opening, too. It's like Gengar has taken over your television. All glory to the Hypno Gengar. Alright, and my cheer ability is a bit of a synergy boost. I think Gengar's kind of like a synergy hog of, if there's a better word for it, of all the Pokemon. It seems like it takes quite a bit for the synergy gauge to build up with this guy, so we're going to do our best to move in and get this Suicune going. Alright, so Gengar, some pretty cool moves and combos. If you jump and hit A, you get Astonish, and you can get a little dive kick linked from that as well. And some of the Y moves have like tornadoes. You can zoom in, and the grab on Gengar, if we can get one of these going, is pretty good. Let's home in here, slide around using our little ghostly abilities, and get a grab going if we can, because that is it's pretty good. It actually absorbs HP and should boost your synergy meter a good amount as well. So the Polka Moves, we have Shadow Ball's the neutral A, which you can charge up a bit if you want, and it'll move kind of slowly across the screen. You can also cancel a lot of the Pokke Moves with just hitting R, and it will do Shadow Stealth, which makes Gengar just sink into the ground. Really cool. Now Gengar, like Chandelure, is one of those Pokemon that has a different high and low stance ability. In high stance, it will avoid low attacks, and in low stance, it avoids high attacks. So it's really good at dodging stuff. We didn't use Cubone, so let me do that real quick here. I always forget to use my support Pokemon. We've got our burst meter ready as well. Alright, Cubone's got to build up. Let's go into burst mode. I'll show you guys Mega Gengar. He's crazy, and a lot of his moves add some extra range with different like beams and stuff, and you can like charge up a lot of this stuff and do some crazy tornadoes. We've got Hypnosis, which is a move that normal Gengar has as well. It's should be a command grab if we land it. There we go. And then we've got Shadow Punch. This one is really good. Back in A is Shadow Punch, and if you charge it, it will even pierce through counter abilities. And, oop, we ran out of time. I'll show you guys the burst ability here in a second. Let's get a Hypnosis going. You guys can see the command grab version of it. There we go. It's a little cooler. Almost looks like Shadow Sneak there. And I love using the aerial Y ability because it links into this good combo with Astonish. There we are. Jumping in A is that crazy Astonish ability that pops up Gengar from below. Let's absorb some HP. Gengar really needs the abilities, though, that absorb HP, because this guy is not going to be winning any awards for defense. Probably a good thing to upgrade, along with Synergy, if you want to give him some boosts in your skill points. He's licking my points. Gengar, I need those. Alright, so yeah, Gengar, this is actually the Pokemon that was nerfed the most from the transition between the arcade and the Wii U version of Pokken. From what I've heard, they did a lot of balancing. Here's Amy with her giant American face tattoo. She looks very, you know, she's from the US, it seems. Beating you right now would make me so happy. Alright. Well, that's not going to happen. Even if you have a big, muscly, four-armed guy, let's switch our Pokemon here. I got to show you guys Diglett, but we'll get to him in a little bit. I'm going to mix it up. But yeah, Gengar had a lot of balancing because apparently it was too OP in the arcade version. But speaking of balancing, anytime now we're going to get the 1.2 patch. That's going to fix Shadow Mewtwo's Block String Infinite that a lot of people hate. And also it should have some adjustments to Reshiram, the support Pokemon. That was a little bit of a strong support. I've seen a lot of people using it. And also bug fixes as well, so that'll be out anytime. So Jirachi, we can get a little bit of a enhancement to our Synergy Burst using this little guy, so that would definitely help Gengar. So what moves haven't we shown? I'm going to charge up my Shadow Punch, as you guys can see all the way across the screen. It just, you know, it kind of sucker punches, but it is like a Shadow Punch move where it can't be avoided very well. And, oop, Machamp's got his hot hands on me. Get out of here, buddy. Let's pick him up. But yeah, Shadow Punch is pretty good even if you're at close range. And then in dual, the only move that has to be in dual mode to use is Curse, and I'll show you guys here. Down in A, it will reduce your HP a little bit. There we go, when it lands, quite a bit actually, but it steals some of their synergy gauge, so it's pretty good to use. And I think we've shown Hypnosis, and Sludge Bomb, that's the move that I've been missing. So if you hold down A, you can use Sludge Bomb. In the field phase, it kind of spreads out in a little line there horizontally, very similar to Sceptile's grass moves. But in the dual mode, man, Machamp's really about these transitions here. In the dual mode, it will go in a straight line if you let it out. So you can just hold down A from any of your moves, and then when you let go, you'll send out those Sludge Bombs, and if your opponent walks into it, it decreases their attack. So yeah, a lot of the moves with Gengar, you got to be careful. Like with Curse, you're going to lose some HP, but with your grabs, you're going to gain some. So it is good to mix up what you're doing to make sure you're not overusing any of the moves that put Gengar at a disadvantage. I love how he can kind of home in with a low stance with X, and then you can get these moves going here when he's close by. Ooh, jeez. Machamp is very strong. Speaking of strong Pokemon, because we had talking about Gengar being really good, but a lot of people are saying Machamp, one of the better Pokemon in the game. Let's move in here. Now, if you hit R when you're in the air, you'll do Permeate, which just makes Gengar a little ephemeral, so he's harder to hit. Let's do our burst attack if we can land it here. This is Shadow Drop. I missed it. We'll get it in the next battle. But yeah, the Permeate ability when you're in the air will kind of make you a little bit harder to hit. We got Whimsicott here, so we can kind of get our defenses going a little bit, and I'll zoom in. Oop, geez, Machamp's going to get me if I'm not too careful. We have our substitutes, thanks to Whimsicott, so kind of protect us from some hits. And then last thing is Shadow Stealth. I can't remember if we showed that already, but when you're doing an A move, if you want to quickly hit R before it finishes, you can get punched right in the face. No, you can cancel it into Shadow Stealth, which just kind of slides you along a little bit. I got to show you guys once we go back into dual phase. Gengar's high and low stance though. Let's get Astonish going, transition, and then low stance. You can kind of see he just like goes down a little bit in the into the ground, ooh, like Mega Gengar, and then high stance, he floats a little bit with Levitate. There we go. Machamp not being too cooperative, he's punching me. We're gonna win this one even if I don't finish him in time because we had more health. Sorry, Amy, but we took you down. Gengar looks so smug. He's kind of breaking the fourth wall where he's looking at all the... I didn't realize that. I know he's licking the stars over there, but he also looked at the wind medal. Like he could see it. He can see into our TV screen or into our minds or something. All right, I'm gonna boost his defense a little bit because I think that helps out Gengar. Whoopsie! Looks like you're the one leaving happy. Won't be like this next time though. We'll never see Amy again. Just like the Pokemon television show, Ash will fight a trainer and they'll be like, "Oh, I can't wait to fight you again later." Never see him again. Waiting for him to battle AJ Sandshrew still. You haven't seen real synergy until you see us in action. Alright, we'll see if your Charizard is up to snuff. I'm gonna do the first set here because I want to show Diglett. Sometimes that happens. First and support, or a set, combine into force. Alright, Portmanteaus. Is that guy drinking coffee off of his Avalugg or what? I can't remember that Pokemon's name. It looks a lot smaller, though, than it's supposed to, I think. Maybe it's a decorative fake table. But there's a lot of cool stuff going on in the background. There's some fancy little furfros. I haven't seen a lot of the stages here because some of them are new, like this little snowy town is one that we just unlocked. All right, there's crazy snow sculptures and stuff going on. Charizard is one that I really want to get better with because he's got, gotta be careful about those counters. He's got some cool moves with his little flying mode stance and everything, and he can do some good stuff. Gotta be careful here. I should be countering. There we go. Using his mean look. Now, I mentioned if you hold down A, you can do Sludge Bomb, but if you hold down X, there's a cool ability with that as well, and I'll show you guys here. Holding down X, and then if you let go after, you'll do this little combo here, and then bam, he'll get a bit more synergy. As you can see, he charges up. I think it's the synergy there that it's charging because it looks like the little boxes that we pick up off the battlefield. Let's use our Diglett to kind of open up an ability. There we go. And I'll jump up and get in there. Some hits. All right, dive kick. Now there's a really good combo with that X holding ability that I just showed you guys. Oh, geez, we got knocked out. There's that flying stance. Oh, hopefully we'll get Charizard going here in one of the next few episodes if you guys want to see him. But yeah, the combo that I just mentioned, using that X ability, it's really hard to pull off. It's very crazy with the execution. You have to be really quick with it if you want to get it right. But you can kind of jump up and you get him with that X combo. You jump up and like hit him with the jumping Y to the Astonish. Charizard's just gonna guard forever. You have to do it in dual mode. So you kind of start by moving in like this, and then jump, and then get that going, and then you're supposed to cancel that with R and get another punch going. That was discovered by Foe, who's a Smash Brothers player that I follow, and he's been working on his Gengar, but he found that combo that I just mentioned, and I'll put a link to it in the description if you guys want to see how to do it properly. It's so difficult, and I could only do parts of it, but it does 210 damage guaranteed. And it is not really escapable if you get it going. You just have to really be good with your timing or you're never going to be able to pull it off. So take a lot of practice. I'm sure you guys could probably figure it out eventually if you put your mind to it. There we go. Slice him. Mega Gengar, I didn't realize, has little tiny feet, like little weird legs underneath there. It seems like they're even smaller than Gengar. Like he skipped leg day and he's all in his upper body or something. If a ghost can build muscle mass, who knows? But yeah, oh jeez, right into his mega form. Let's get in here. I always forget to go for these little things on the battlefield to build up my synergy. Try to get him poisoned a little bit. There we go. Now his attack is decreased, and we'll just kind of get him going. Here we go. Ooh, jeez. Wanted to do my Sludge Bomb there. Yep. How about a little, ooh, jeez. He's so elegant in the air, but he can't handle this dive kick, or can he? Man, yeah, Charizard, despite being really big, is pretty good at getting people going in the air and then taking them down. Oh, how about one? Oh, he's got his own Cubone. Everybody, Cubone's so hot right now. Jeez, I think it's one of the more popular support sets because both Cubone and Diglett are very quick to get built up in their support. We're both just kind of hitting each other away. Whoop, there we go. I need to be careful and maybe... Oh, jeez. Did he... Oh, no, we lost. I think that's the first time. I was too busy. Aw, Gengar. Poor little guy. He flipped over. I think it's the first time we've lost in the series so far. I apologize. Other than Shadow Mewtwo, but, you know, he's meant to win. That was a great match. I haven't seen you around before. Did you move up to the league recently? How about those rumors, huh? The black Pokemon has been seen again. You think that's the one that was with the hooded girl? That's the one, yeah. They even say the girl doesn't wear a battle AR. How do you think they achieve synergy? Anyway, a few trainers have already gotten banged up pretty badly. Be careful. A little bit of hints about Shadow Mewtwo. That must be the Mewtwo that we fought before. Of course. There he is, with his gross shoulder. Now that I think about it, on top of being darker than black itself, it also had this big synergy stone looking thing on its shoulder, didn't it? Do you think that stone is what makes it look like that? Probably. But yikes, we sure are finding ourselves in lots of unofficiated battles. What is it really up to anyway? We'll have to beat it later on if we want to unlock it. Well, we lost, but we're still going up against the next match, Maria and her Pikachu Libre. This is another Pokemon that I'd like to do in a future episode, have that covered, because I've been playing with Pikachu Libre a little bit on my own. We played a bit in the first episode, the introductory to a few of the Pokemon, but Pikachu Libre has some cool, like, enhanced moves that transition lots of different stuff. One of my favorite ones to play so far. Plus, she's adorable in that little outfit with her belly sticking out. All right. Okay, Gengar, we got to redeem ourselves here. We were playing sloppy last time. This time we're going to have Croagunk to help get that defense down on this Pikachu Libre, and then we should be better off. Now that I'm not as focused on showing all these moves, we should be able to do a little better. There we go. A little Astonish dive. Got to look out, though, because Pikachu is not going to give us too many openings here. Oh, give him a little punch, and oop, I meant to do the little combo there, but Pikachu Libre was not going for that. We still got the little boost to synergy, though, so we don't have to worry about that too much. Have some sludge, my bud. And we're just going to zoom in here. Okay, so Croagunk, I mentioned, has that defense decrease, but they have to be pretty close to get hit. I think it's toxic, it said. There we go. And the decreased defense, we got it perfect. All right, helps to focus a little bit and not worry too much about showing all the moves. We're going to switch it up here. The cheer ability that I have is all synergy based, so we're not getting any support boosts, I don't think. But it does help a little bit to have synergy stuff going on instead of that. I think the synergy is just a little harder to build up. Usually your support stuff will go up quite a bit faster, but it all depends on what type of Pokemon you want to play and what your support guys are. If you've got something that takes a long time to build up, like a Reshiram, then you're going to need maybe to try to use more support-based cheer abilities. Get in there and slap them up and get some little Sonic spin dashes going. All right, double perfect. Good to redeem ourselves after that last battle. I think that certain arenas, this one's not one of them, but certain arenas when you win with Mega Gengar using that synergy, you can see his little legs. So trust me, they are down there and they are weird. All right. Oh, I also wanted to mention that I'm using a different controller now. I got the Hori Pokken Tournament Pro Pad, and that's a horrible jacket. Maybe someone will like it. No offense, I don't mean to dip into anybody's fashion, put anybody on blast, but that just wasn't for me. But the little Pro Pad that I'm playing with here is it's kind of strange. It got rid of the ZL and ZR buttons that you usually have on the gamepad and the Wii U Pro Pad. There's these huge R and L buttons. It reminds me of like a jitterbug cell phone. Like they're huge, but you don't need ZL and ZR in this game. You just can use R and L. So they make it a little easier. It only has a control pad, so it's a little weird moving around in field phase. I'd rather have a stick to do that, but it makes the move execution a little more direct. You don't accidentally hit a diagonal and do the wrong move and stuff like that. So it is good, and I'm getting used to it. It's a little smaller than the Pro Controller, so I'm not as used to that. We got a Garchomp here. I know a lot of people want to see Garchomp. Got a critical hit while he was trying to do that. How about some Sludge, my bud? A little easier to hit those Sludge Bombs, I believe, when you're in dual mode, because a lot more limited on a 2D plane to do that. Send some Shadow Balls in there. Ooh, gotta be careful. Garchomp hits like a truck. I can try to counter some of his stuff, though. Oh, man, he's so strong. He broke through my counter. This crazy shark. Get out of here. Give him a scary face there. I'm going to try to head back and get a Shadow Punch charged up. There we go. You can really just, getting back, Shadow Punching, and sending in those Sludge Bombs to just keep their attack really low. Seems like it works pretty well. If they stay away from you, there's not much they can do to stop those Shadow Punches. And let's see if we can... Ooh, I wanted to hit him with a Hypnosis to finish him off. There we go. That should maybe be enough. Almost. There we go. A little bit of ghost energy in his face. And he's down. This is going to be our last fight today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, let me know in the comments if you have a Pokemon you want to see next. I think I need some more practice with Gengar to really get the gist of this guy, but I am enjoying using him. Alright, I think I like Chandelure a little better, though. The zoning keeps you alive longer than you got to be careful with Mega Gengar, and normal Gengar, of course, because you're going to have some troubles if you're not careful. Ooh, jumped up behind me. Luckily, he's not too smart. Jeez, that throw is brutal on this on the Mega version here. Let's see if we can get a little Sucker Punch going, or Shadow Punch. There we go. All the moves are pretty different looking in the Mega form. You get different effects and stuff, and we'll finish him up with a Shadow Drop. Thank you guys so much again Please leave a like if you enjoyed this. 1 little HP, as Gengar's grin is the last thing that Garchomp sees before he shuffles off this mortal coil. All right, so we've completed our first little batch of matches here. Apologize for losing that one earlier, but I gotta get more practice in. It's been a little bit since I played Pokken. Lots of stuff distracting my attention. Started a new Minecraft series, Star Fox Zero. I got a little preview copy of that, so I've been playing that. Hopefully you guys appreciate, the episode. I know a lot of you have been waiting for it, and I appreciate you guys being patient with me. All right, so we are one of Gengar's gang for sure. He helped us get ranked up a bit, and we'll continue on with the story mode in C rank next time. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We got to finish up, though, I forgot, with the amiibo. This is the way we end each episode, and maybe we'll get some better clothes than Santa's gear. All right, what do we got up? Blaziken's bud. Trying to get all that alliteration going with some of these is pretty tough. Garchomp's friend. Maybe we'll be Blaziken's bud or Garchomp's friend in the next episode. That's up to you guys. Pikachu Libre's compadre. We're getting all these titles and no clothing. Let's see. I'm pretty happy with my clothes, though, now that I spent 1.3 million on a cool jacket and a chef's hat. And, oh, Happy New Year. A Japanese background there. It's pretty cool. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this. I'll see you next time for more Pokken Tournament. Goodbye.